Welcome into FIBA House. We are here with the one, the only, Carmelo Anthony. And since we're here at the Paris Olympics,
Yes.
I did just want to start by asking you, when you're a kid, you're on the blacktop and you're like, wins game 7 of the NBA
Yeah.
Finals. But how much does it turn out your legacy is about international and Olympic play as a basketball player?
It's different when you think about it like that. But for me, it's like it's needed, right? Because this is NBA is like one part of my life, and
Hmm.
FIBA is a whole nother part of my life. And it's unfortunate that it's two separate things, but it is what it is. So, which is why you always hear FIBA Melo or
Yeah,
Olympic
FIBA
Melo.
Melo,
Yeah,
baby.
so it's you get all these names, but it's totally different. Like the approaches was totally different.
Yeah.
Getting prepared for NBA season, NBA game was totally different than preparing for USA basketball.
Yeah, no, I would imagine. So, I mean, look, you were part of, let's be honest, the low point
Whew.
of Team USA 2004.
Yep.
Did not win the gold, bronze medal, problems. But then you also had so many highs after that.
Hmm.
The Redeem team in 2008. That performance where you dropped 37 points in
Hmm.
14 minutes, one of the greatest Olympic stretches of all time
Hmm.
in any sport. You went on in 2006, won a third gold medal. When you look back at all of that in total, does it give you a different perspective on what happened in 2004?
It does. It makes it worth it. Like now,
Yeah.
so now I think what just to go back a little, I think people respect the FIBA Melo because of the journey
Yeah.
and like seeing us lose in '04 and seeing us lose in '06 and like really having to figure it out as a nation from a basketball standpoint. And then we figured it out,
Right.
right? And then from there it's like, okay, it was '04 was worth it.
Yeah.
'06 was worth it. We didn't like it, but it was worth it. And now we get to reap those benefits, right? Because it just showed us where we was at as an organization as far as USAB,
Right.
America, like '04 and '06, we wasn't structured.
Yeah.
And then once we put the structure around those teams, '07 beyond is all gold standard.
Now, 2004 is when they had the men's basketball team stay on this like luxury cruiser,
The Queen Mary.
except it kind of turned out to be a little bit of a prison because y'all weren't allowed off of
Nah, it
it.
was crazy. It
And
was
you
crazy.
snuck off.
I
I
did.
know this for a
I
fact.
did. I did.
What was your sort of sneak off highlight that you can
So
say on camera?
no, it wasn't. I didn't sneak off to do anything. I just snuck off because I wanted to. I'm a community guy, right? So I wanted to get back.
Wait. Community or community?
Community guy.
Okay.
So I wanted to get back and see Athens and see the people.
Yeah.
Be outside. I'm like, if I'm coming here and I can't, I'm not even playing. Like I want
Mhm.
to get
Yeah.
outside. So yeah, unfortunately, I snuck off. I snuck off the yacht, off the boat. But I had a good time off the boat because I was
I'm
around.
sure
I was
you
around.
did.
I was around the people in Athens, and
Yeah.
people wasn't expecting to see us get off that boat because it was headlines that
Yeah.
no one can go even
off the
near the
boat.
boat, off the
Yes.
boat or near
Near
the
the
boat.
boat.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna take my chance. I don't know when I'm coming back to Athens.
2008 legendary squad redeem
Mhm.
team. Who was it on that team with you that had the greatest impact on the rest of your career?
Whew. I think Bron because we lost together, so we
Yeah.
know that feeling of like and D Way at that time.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost like in '04 and '06, so it meant more to us
Right.
and CP
Hmm.
than it did. No, but I'm not gonna say it didn't mean anything to us,
Yeah.
but we had a different level of meaning when it came to because we struggled. We lost in '04 and '06, so that '08 team and that gold medal was like, we have to really do it. And then adding Kobe into
Yeah.
that mix was like,
You're the one.
oh, okay,
Oh.
this could work.
Apparently, if you have Kobe Bryant, you're
Yeah.
a pretty good team.
Yeah, but then it's like you go through practice and you go through the process, and it's like, oh.
Oh.
Man, like, are we gonna all get along here? Like, we gotta like each other
Yeah.
first. But I think just that group was able to just do something so special and come together and like you saw the basketball minds
Hmm.
and the globalization
Yeah.
like of basketball in the
Yep.
game. You saw that kick in, and we
Yep.
understood that from a brand standpoint. We understood that.
Yeah.
And just intellectually, like we knew, like yo, we go do what we got to do, man. This is the beginning of something sweet.
Now, the 2016 Olympics produced one of my favorite basketball memes of all time, which is you rolling your eyes at the younger guys
Yeah,
singing
yeah.
Vanessa
I was
Carlton,
I was
A
old
Million
at that.
Miles. It was Old Man Mello.
It was. I was older. I was older.
How many years after that did people walk up to you singing that song?
Still
No.
to this day, like still to this day, young kids will come up and start singing the song to see my reaction. honestly, that moment was so crazy because we were so tired in the morning.
Yeah.
It was like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm ready to go to sleep. It's a 10-hour flight to Rio, and it's like, yo, come on, what are we doing? Like, what are y'all guys doing?
I mean, Kyrie can sing apparently.
That was a moment when I felt like, hey, I am getting, this
A
is
little bit
a
old.
little bit older, a little older than these guys.
You are an old man now because you're a dad.
Mhm.
Your son Kiyan, he's here with you. He has been lighting it up on the AAU circuit. He's one of the top prospects in the 2025 class.
Mhm.
Does he have the chance to be as good as you were?
I hope
Better
so.
than you were?
I hope so.
You think he
I
could be
hope
better
so.
than you?
I mean, better is relative, right?
Okay.
Like better and like you have to go through a lot to be better in the sense of just longevity,
Yeah.
career, what you have to go through on a day-to-day basis, the prep, like it's takes a lot to go into
Yeah.
being great. But it seems like he has a head start.
Yeah.
Right. So it's beautiful to see that he has that head start, and I could just meet him where he's at
Yeah.
and just give him, the steps that he needs and the things that he needs.
Now, Kiyan was recently asked if he played 2-2 and it was you and Kiyan against Bron and Bronny, who would win. And he said the James family, he said, because LeBron's still in the league,
Yeah.
which I thought was a pretty clear shot at you.
Which of course it was.
Yeah.
Of course, my son is a troll. He trolls all day long. We can have this conversation in the house, and we get outside, it'd be a totally different conversation. But I just love the fact that he's actually able to have his own personality.
Yeah.
Kind of build his own, fan base and people that's gonna watch him and follow him, but also understand like what it does take to be in these positions and to be here and watching these games.
Yeah.
To be watching LeBron on the court and somebody that, he knows very
Yeah.
personally, and Kevin Durant and those guys, and Jason Tatum is somebody he look up to. So to be able to have that experience is way better and greater than a 2-on-2 game. He knows we don't lose 2-on-2.
Okay. So you're saying you would win that game. I just want to make that clear.
They won't even play. Bron won't even play.
Oh, really?
You gotta match. You gotta put somebody who will really play. Like KD will play.
Okay. All right.
Like,
LeBron, he's
Bron
not
ain't
going to.
playing.
No,
Nah,
no,
he's
no.
not playing.
I mean, you are still watching LeBron doing what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Here at the Olympics, 39 years old, clearly the leader
Mhm.
of this team. I mean, you came up with him, you started with him.
Yeah.
Do your muscles hurt just watching him? Does your back hurt watching him out on the court?
Nah. I actually, you know what? I graduated from the game. I'm not gonna say retired. I graduated. I feel good. My body feel good. I never had no major injuries, so I feel good. But it's incredible to see him.
Yeah.
Still out there doing what he's doing because I know the work that he puts in. I was with him. I was with him for
Yeah,
a
of
year,
course.
but I've known him for a long time, so I understand the level of work that he puts in to his body in the game. He don't cheat the game.
Yeah.
So what we seeing right now is just a real fine-tuned machine that's been putting the work in for 20 years.
Yeah.
Right. So we seeing that right now.
My favorite story about you and LeBron isn't even about basketball, and I don't think a lot of people know it, which is that he actually saved your life
Yeah.
off a boat in the Bahamas.
I wasn't dying, but yeah, he came and got me.
Well, he came and got you. You were floating away.
I was. No, he came and got me. Like he definitely, Superman came and saved the day. But it was like, man, what? And it took him. I'm sitting there like, why it had to be him? Why it couldn't be like?
Because you're going to hear about it forever.
Yeah, like why it couldn't be like D-Wade? You ain't gonna hear about it from D-Wade.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
ain't gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
CP, you ain't gonna hear about it.
Yeah.
You
But
gonna hear about it from Bron.
I like that story because you were floating away because you were curious and you were looking at things. And I
Yeah.
feel like that kind of exemplifies your post-retirement career too.
Yes.
You've been involved in a bunch of other
And also
stuff.
not
Your
to
eyes
cut
are
you off, it
everywhere.
exemplifies the friendship
Yeah, well, that's
because it's like,
well, he did get you. He could have left you out there.
yeah, but even in life, it's like, Melo, we know you like to go this way. Like you like to do things on your own. You like
On your
to
own,
float
right?
away. You
We're
like
keeping an eye on you.
Yeah, like you like to think
Yes.
outside the box, and we're gonna reel you back in.
That's
So
right.
now that I have perspective on it, I thought about like, man, you know what? That's really life. That's really our friendship and relationship. Like, I'm gonna let you roam. I'm gonna let you go out there and do this and do that. But I gotta keep an eye.
I got to keep an eye
Yeah,
on you.
Absolutely.
Well, as I said, it's post-retirement. You are
Yes.
doing a little bit of everything. You're everywhere. We see you most courtside at Knicks games. So
Yeah.
before we let you go, I do have to ask you, do the Knicks, as currently constructed, now
Yeah.
that they've added in Bridges and
Absolutely.
Jalen's gotten his money, but left room on the roster for other people to get their money
I don't know
too.
who, but yeah.
Yeah. Do you think they can win a title? Are the New
I
York
think-
Knicks winning the title?
I don't want to guarantee that, but I
Okay.
do believe that they situate and set themselves up to
Okay.
be right there with Boston and Philly. Now, what we do with that is totally different because you still have to go through Boston. You still got to beat Boston.
Mhm.
But I think everybody else got better and the Knicks got better.
All right.
So that's what's important. So Philly got better, the Knicks got better. Boston, they're gonna be the same because you got to beat them. But we ain't worried about nobody else in the East. We worried about Boston. That's it.
Well, I will see you courtside at Knicks games, and we will see you courtside at these Olympic games. It
Absolutely.
is so much fun to see you in your natural habitat.
I appreciate that. Thank you.